This is your moose shooting report for Yellowstone National Park, late fall, end of October 2024. Yellowstone, it is an amazing place where, wow, the land hits the sky and it keeps on going. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous place to be, whether you ever take out a camera or not. I'm coming to you from the side of the road in Lamar Valley, which is just a spectacular locale all into itself. And when it comes to watching life unfold, Lamar Valley is great. Also an amazing place for the soul. It was pretty bald sky, dry when we first got here, but despite that, a lot of great things happened. Probably one of the big things is we had a really great week of photographing bison. Yeah, you can photograph bison in Yellowstone most any time, but we had some really amazing encounters with some gorgeous lights, some animals on the move. It is late fall, and that's when most of the animals at the north end of the park, where I am right now, are doing their downslope migration. They're heading down the valley, down through Gardner, back out to Paradise Valley. It was great to see that, and the hopes is as those animals move out, predators like bears and wolves take advantage of the weaker or tired, and well, that's the idea and the plan. That didn't really unfold, but it didn't really mess up our shooting. Besides the bison, spent a lot of time with coyotes, which were, for a change, pretty prevalent. This time of year, they've got their beautiful, beautiful fall coats. So I call them mountain coyotes because they're really lush. And most people see those coyotes and they think they're a wolf. Like I said, by the way, I'm shooting on the side of the road, so every so often a car will go by, and that's the noise you're probably going to hear coming up here in about 10 seconds. And that's partly why I come this time of year, because there's a whole lot less people here in the park. It makes it much easier to pull off, be a really good guest here in the park with the critters, which is something that's very important. The other thing that I really like to stress is I'm the one driving really slow. And the speed limit's 45. I tend to do 25. Why? I see more, I can photograph more. And when things go flying in front of the road, I'm not hitting them, which happens a lot. In fact, yesterday morning, we had a situation where during the night, probably late dusk the day before, car hit a mule deer, killed it. And as it would have happened, some big predators, black bear, grizzly bear, coyote, or wolf, something grabbed it off the road, dragged it up to a ledge. We didn't know any of that until the next morning when we came in and we found the coyote busy eating what was left of the carcass, doing what they do best, cleaning up the spoils of the big predators, apex predators here. We were able to, because we were going slow, we saw it because it really was hidden in the sage. And if we didn't have a high profile vehicle, which I recommend here, would never have seen it. And it gave us the ability to first spot it. And then there was a road that we could pull up off the main loop road and then shoot down with it with a big glass. And at some points we had up to 4 coyotes working that carcass. That was a really cool photo opportunity. What else? We had bighorn sheep. They're also moving down slope as the snows come. Last night, the first snows arrived here. Not much. My guess is they'll probably be melted off by tomorrow. But they feel that change in barometric pressure, so they're moving downhill. We had some good stuff with birds, bald eagles and great horned owls, magpies. Saw lots of good birds that way. We had a really nice cooperative red fox. It was on the other side of the vehicle from where I was driving, but the folks on the other side, they got some really nice shots of this beautiful, it was almost a silver tip fox versus all red fox. Apologize for the pauses, but I don't want to try to talk the cars as they go by. One other photo tip I want to mention is anywhere I go, but especially here in the park in the fall, is to get in the park long before the sun comes up. So this time of year, I stay in Gardner. I stay at the Park Hotel. Really great place, great people. Then we go over to Bear Brew and get coffee, and oh, they got a great breakfast sandwich. And then we go into the park, and we usually leave Gardner around 6 a.m., putting us into where the critters might be before they're even up. And we're up there at sunrise and watching the light slowly come across the landscape. And it's a really moody time to be out shooting. Had lots of great sunrises from all sorts of locations. This time of year, the entire loop road is open. So we drove the whole loop. Spent quite a bit of time here in Lamar Valley, time in Hayden Valley, and then the main road going from Norris over to Mammoth. The odd thing was there wasn't a lot of movement of critters quite yet. They didn't have that pressure of winter quite. They probably have it now with the snows last night. So hopefully that today and the rest of the time here, we might see a little bit more. I'm filming it a little bit early just because, well, I think I'm going to be busy and having time and pretty good light to film this. It's probably me right now. But that pretty much wraps it up. That's the moose shooting report for Yellowstone, mid-late October 2024.